again tonight.
Still in Vietnam.
Still in Vietnam. So, good morning to you. Good evening for us. Late night chat. So, happy to see so many people here that we recognize. The pre-chat has been going on for quite a bit. Looks like we missed a lot.
We didn't even get to catch up on it.
We missed a lot in the pre-chat talking about points, which is what we're going to be talking about today. We're pretty excited to talk about all the points we just bought. We just bought quite a few points. We're going to break down every little point thing that we bought. So welcome to everybody. Let us know how you're doing.
So many of you here already.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ted, Clinton. Rush Clan is here. Glad to see y'all. Hey, Robert. Welcome.
Philly and the Brain.
Philly and the Brain are here. Great to see you. So many familiar faces.
Rush Clan.
Yeah. Hey, solo retirement with Lydia is in Galway.
Ooh, Galway.
Welcome.
I like Galway.
We spent one rainy day there one year. Yeah, welcome, Brown Eyed Girl. Even if you're not buying points, you're still welcome.
That's right.
We'll answer questions about all topics, not just points.
That's right.
But we're going to talk about points.
That's right. You're still welcome. You could come and at least listen in, and maybe you'll pick up a morsel.
Canadians, you can use points. You can buy points. You just don't get the credit cards. So you can still use points, though.
Mm-hmm. Which is very nice.
Allie is here. Hey, Ron, welcome. That's on vacay.
Allie, oh, I was like, yeah, I am. Then I was like, oh, Allie.
Hey, Tanya Ann Martin.
Hello.
She roams free. I think that's the Brain. Welcome.
That's
Seniors
right.
at Sea. Glad to have you here.
CC.
Born to Wander Asia. Very much welcome. Almost
like
retired abroad. So many people with YouTube channels in here. Self-coaching. Hey, I think that's Aaron. Welcome. Tyke and Tina. Glad to have you.
Hey.
Julie Martin. Yeah. Scott Sharp is here. First timer. Wow, first timer.
Hey, welcome. You made it.
Hey, Frida's Beautiful Life. Welcome to you as well. And Ted, thank you. Yeah, welcome. Sunrise Sojourners, welcome. Prince George, BC.
Amy,
Have we been to Prince
Kate,
George?
Not to Prince George, no.
No, we haven't been to Prince George. We've been to, where did we go? Prince Rupert?
Prince Rupert, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Serge, welcome. First time. Great to have you here. Great to have you. So I am going to, now that everybody's here, I'm going to jump right in because, every week we always forget to talk about what we say we're going to talk about.
I mean, technically it's not our fault because people start asking questions about other things and then we forget to come back to it. We even have notes on it usually every time, but we forget.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about
here it is.
The topic at hand, which is the points we're buying, so that if someone is tuning in later, they don't have to sit through 55 minutes to get it. But you still should watch the rest of this because it's gonna be good. So we are buying points this week. We actually bought, for the very first time, we bought Alaska Air Miles, and it was pretty amazing because we booked business class flights from, let's see, that one, we booked so many flights this week. That one was from...
We booked a lot of points flights this week.
That was from Tokyo to Hanoi, Vietnam. And it's quite a long flight, 4 or 5 hours. So we booked Alaska Air, we booked Alaska Miles, and we bought 25,000 points. And so we got 25,000 points for business class seats. Amazing. So the way it works is if you go on pointsia.com, put in where you're going, it'll tell you which miles you need to buy. And it's usually some oddball thing, like you'd never think to look for Alaska Air to fly from Tokyo to Vietnam.
No, it's not on an Alaska plane. No. It's a code share, so it's one of their partners.
Yep. So it is a partner flight. But anyway, so basically the points are on sale this week. Alaska, you get like a pretty big bonus for buying them. And so we did that and we got all kinds of points and it basically worked out. They were less than 2 cents a point. So I think it worked out to about $400 something. We booked business class flights. in the lay flat seats and like an A350. So that worked out to be amazing. I think the flights were going to be like $1,500 a piece if we just paid cash. So for $400, we bought the points, applied them, and those points did show up instantly into our account. I can't guarantee they will show up. We didn't even have an Alaska account before yesterday, but we made an Alaska account, and then we bought the points, and then we booked the flights, and it was like easy. So yeah, business class flights, 25,000 points from Tokyo to Hanoi. We're super excited about that.
Yeah, we really are. And actually, we talk about, Rob mentioned it, he used points, and he did a module on that, on the Retirement Travel Jumpstart course. He kind of walks you through how to search for stuff on there, and then it tells you exactly who to transfer to and where you can transfer from and all that kind of good stuff if you're transferring points. So pretty good.
Okay, second one that you should be buying if you have a use for it, which is Wyndham points are on sale. And I know you're thinking Wyndham, that's crazy. Who stays at Wyndham? We just stayed at a Wyndham in Vietnam, and it was by far the best use of points I think we've ever done.
And as a matter of fact, if you watched our video from Wednesday, it was filmed at that villa that we got.
Yeah, so Wyndham has this weird thing where they book all of their rooms or hotels are either 7,500 points, 15,000 points, or 30,000 points. But here's the kicker, is that with Wyndham, all the rooms in the hotel are almost always the same amount of points. So if a hotel is 15,000 points, you can often get like a king room for 15,000, but you can also often get a suite for 15,000. And so the hotel that we booked was the Wyndham Garden Inn.
No, Wyndham Garden Cam Ranh.
Cam Ranh.
Yes.
Vietnam, and it's 15,000 points. But they just happen to have 3 and 4 bedroom beachfront villas with private pools at that property. So we bought a bunch of Wyndham points and we booked it, 15,000 points a night. Now these points are less than a penny a point with the sale that's going right now. So it's like 0.83 or 81, something like that, cents per point. So it works out to about $120 a night. So for $120 a night, we booked a 3-bedroom, beachfront, private pool, heated pool, by the way. Maybe it wasn't heated, but it was warm enough.
It was warm.
And it was simply amazing. I can't even explain how great that week was.
I mean, you kind of got the gist of it in that video. If you watched the How to Retire on 300,000 Wednesdays video, we're sitting out on our deck area, and the pool, our private pool, is right behind us. And just behind the bushes beyond that is the beach. So this villa was on the beach. You could literally just walk out from the villa and go out there and have access to that. It was incredible. As a matter of fact, it's the first time we've been in a place that big. I think it was like, around 2,500 square feet or so?
Yep.
2,000, 2,500, something like that. It's a lot of space. We got lost so many times. I was like, where are you? I couldn't find Rob several times.
And okay, so Wyndham points are a great deal right now. Those two we both have linked in the description because they're very hard to find. Alaska Air and Wyndham, and then also pretty sure IHG points are still on sale. We'll go over that a lot, so we're not going to talk about that. But
you know they're there.
You know that you should be getting your IHG points if you haven't yet gotten them.
If you haven't maxed out like me.
And so yeah, so we're going to talk about one more thing here that goes along with this, and then I'm going to start answering all your questions. So if I've missed it,
hang tight.
Hang tight. But we have one more exciting announcement to make. We think it's exciting. And it's to do with points. I just posted this in the community forum, the Retirement Travel Jumpstart forum. And because we were booking all these things on points, we thought it'd be pretty cool. Why don't we do some type of a challenge or a contest for everyone in the community? And so we did that. We put a community challenge in the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community tonight, and we're running a contest. It starts today and it runs through November 30th. And the challenge is to beat us, contest against us, with the best use of points sometime this year, up until November 30th. And the parameters are you can use up to 250,000 points, and it needs to be between 7 and 21 nights. This is including your flights and your hotels. And then on November 30th, we're going to have the community vote on who got the best deal. If you beat us, who among you got first, second, and third place. We're going to have prizes for first, second, and third. And then if the winners have a YouTube channel, we're going to feature them on our wrap-up video. So lots of cool things with that. So all the details are in the community, but basically, yeah, you can do whatever you want as long as you don't go over 250,000 points, and you got to make the best,
get the best vacation deal.
possible deal. So actually, our Alaska Airlines deal for the business class, we're not using that one on ours.
We're not even using
that one. That was pretty good.
That was before we started our trip that we're going to use for the challenge.
So
do you guys ever, we called it the Beat Robin Alley Challenge because I used to watch the Beat Bobby Flay, if anybody ever watched that on the Food Network. I was a Food Network and HGTV addict. And I used to watch them all the time. And I really enjoyed watching Bobby Flay cook. And so I really enjoyed that challenge. And then we came up with, we were like, why don't we call it that? Except you do get prizes. You know, if you don't beat us, there are still prizes for first, second, and third. So
yeah, they did beat Bobby Flay quite often on the show. So it is definitely
he did get beat more often than I thought he was going to.
Welcome to Gold Integrated Travel Solutions.
Ooh, welcome to the club.
Almost Retired Abroad loves the Beat Bobby Flay show too.
Yes.
So that is that's the challenge. We think it's going to be fun. And the whole point of it is for everybody to learn how to use points and see what we're doing. We'll see what you're doing. Make a YouTube video about it, post about it in the community, and we can all get a better understanding of things that are out there. Because one of the ways you learn on airlines is just by seeing deals people got, or all kinds of deals people get. So it's going to be cool to see what people come up with. You have until November 30th to do it. So love to see you participate in that with us. Okay. Question time. If you have questions and we've missed them,
time to scroll way back.
Please
into the way back machine.
Post it again, because I guarantee you.
Yeah, if it doesn't get answered, just ask it again.
I guarantee you we missed.
But he's gonna start scrolling back.
Yeah, but there's so many in here.
There might be too many. I don't know.
It's hard to find.
Maybe work from backwards. Ooh, Alexa's joined us.
Alexa has.
Alexa has joined us because of all of the emojis. Alexa is our daughter.
Is it breakfast time? There's like bacon, eggs, toast,
obviously,
butter.
Yeah.
And a fall leaf.
I think she means maple. Are you making pancakes and using maple syrup? Because that's her favorite. She might be. Alexa's also extra excited today because today is the day she goes to a concert she has really been wanting to go to, and that she gets to go see Blackpink tonight. So I know she's super excited. She's probably going to make herself a special Blackpink breakfast. I don't know.
Blackpink.
And if you love to read, Alexa has a YouTube channel on reading. Link to her channel is down in the description if you want to check it out, if you like reading.
All right, good. Yeah, keep the questions coming, because I tried to scroll back. And
She is Ted. She's a typing explosion of color. The funny part is that's also how she normally texts us as well. There's also an explosion of emojis and exclamation points and all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Rush Klein is asking about getting gifted points. We never really gift points on IHG because you do have to pay to gift them. We do gift points on Marriott quite often because it's free.
And there is a max on that though per year. It's I think 100,000 per year that you can receive. Yeah. I don't know if there's a max on how much you can give, but there's a max on how much you can receive. You can only receive, I think, 100,000 per year, calendar year.
Yeah, Marriott is better for gifting. Chrissy is asking, is it ever beneficial to buy a third seat so you have the whole row rather than paying for upgraded business class or first class seats? We've never done that. Yeah, I think it depends on the price point, but I think it's better to try to get a business class seat with points, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would lean towards that. And you're going to get an upgraded service as well and have more room, because your seat's going to stay the same size. Even if you have an empty seat next to you, your seat is still going to be your seat. And depending on where you're flying and what airline you're on, some of them are going to be pretty tight in economy.
Yeah, it doesn't really do me much good to have the seat next to me.
You can't really like sprawl out on it.
I have had the whole row several times, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I like tried to sleep, and I was like,
this is not amazing.
It didn't really work.
They do have some where they do like the Sky Couch. You can do that, and they actually on the overnight flights. It's only particular ones. I think I want to say they're out of Australia, but I'm not 100% sure. Where they actually put a mattress out for you, even in economy. So it's kind of cool, but we've never tried that.
Okay, Van is asking, is it possible to buy more points? Not unless they raise the limit at the end of the year.
No, believe me, I've tried, Van.
Let's see. Ron is really struggling to find Hyatt deals in Greece, Turkey, and Italy. Lots of bump ups in categories, so free night certs can't be used. Europe is tough. We're looking at Italy too. We end up staying in Airbnbs a lot in those countries because of this very problem. Because almost everything is at least a 4, oftentimes a 5. And it's just like it's a lot of points. And like that's 20 nights for the points for 2 nights in Europe. Yeah, so it is tough in Europe.
Alexa had eggs, bacon, toast with maple butter. That sounds really good, Alexa.
Let's see. Integrated Travel Solutions is working through the YouTube course. Excellent. Looking to plan for this retirement life. Great. Speaking of YouTube and the YouTube course, I do want to mention somebody that got monetized this week, and they just kind of put it in the community casually. I was like, oh, that's casual.
It needs to be more celebratory.
Gen X Quench. I don't know if they're on here right now, but they just got monetized. So congratulations to Gen X Quench. That is an awesome job. And it really seems like every week someone in the community is getting monetized. So yeah, there's a link to the YouTube course and community in the description. If you want to join all these amazing people that are doing it, really, honestly, every week we're celebrating somebody. So that's amazing. HA Dreams is asking, does the DTV visa make you a tax resident? No, it does not. Your tax residency is based on how many nights you spend in the country. So you could have a visa like we do, but if you don't spend the right amount of nights in the country, it won't matter. So the cutoff is 180 nights, but right now there's a lot of it changes like all the time.
Pretty gray.
It's pretty. Yeah.
They haven't even really defined it, so
it's kind of on like there's a lot of nuance to it, which I can't get into. But the answer to the question is it does not make you a tax resident to have the visa.
Because technically, also it's a tourist visa. It's not a resident visa.
Yeah, David's saying the gifting is almost a scam territory because they charge you to gift them.
Yeah,
they charge you the same to gift them as you did to buy them.
You might as well just give somebody the money and let them buy them. Yeah, you're exactly right. They are. It does feel very like a scam. It's like, I already paid for these. Why should I pay to move them?
Which is kind of funny because IHG is great for everything else, but that is
not for moving points.
That is bad. Welcome, Brenda. Have you ever used Air Canada Aeroplan flights to fly to Bangkok?
We have, as a matter of fact, and I think we did the last time we flew, not last time, the time before when we flew from the US, we left from Chicago and went to Bangkok, and I think that's how we booked it, was using Aeroplan. So they always have really good deals. If you check on points, they always have really great deals, and a lot of the good deals are through Aeroplan, which is kind of wild, but that's just how it works out.
Born to Wander, they'll raise the limit at the end of the year, usually. I won't say they will, but they usually raise the limit at the end of the year. So around November or December, you can probably buy more. Let's see.
Margaret, I don't think you get anything extra for using the Alaska credit card to buy the points, because I don't think the points codes as travel. I'm not familiar with what all the benefits are of the Alaska card, but I don't think you get anything extra, unfortunately.
Maria's asking any way to get the 100% IHG to show up. I think it's just based on some type of algorithm, and if you don't have it this time, you'll likely get it next time, which there will be a next time. It'll probably be in a couple months. So just wait if you don't get the 100. Whereas if you do have the 100 right now, you probably won't get it next time. So if you do have the 100% on IHG bonus right now, buy them now, and then when you don't get it next time, you won't be upset that you didn't buy them now. Yeah, let's see. David's saying, yeah, they had the extra. You could do extra points last year.
Like in December, I feel like November or December. I don't remember.
Yeah. Let's see. Ron is saying lots of IHGs in Italy. There is a very nice Hyatt in Venice, but it's on that Murano Island, I think. It's kind of an odd hotel because if you use your suite upgrade there, the room is like a loft. I'm not into that. It's like the loft's like the bedroom's upstairs, the bathroom's downstairs.
Plug in front of me.
That's not good.
It's points, points, YEAH. Points,
Yeah, I think I'm behind. Let's see. Can you? No.
Trying to get in there.
Julie, the problem with Alaska Airlines is you can only transfer points from Bilt to them. Like nothing transfers to them. So we just went ahead and bought them. And the great thing about them is they're on sale right now and they're actually pretty cheap. So check the link out in the description if you want to buy the Alaska points. Because when you're going around Asia, like 25,000 points for lie flat business class, that is the way to go. I see filling the brain is #1 now on this contest.
I see you noticed it also.
Congratulations. That's good. Rush Clan has a question about being monetized. Oops, I just lost it.
Uh-oh.
Does monetize simply mean YouTube paid you for the first time, or is it not much the first time around? I don't understand quite what you're asking, but it basically means you got into the monetization program. So from then on, all your videos you'll get paid for whenever anybody watches them. Yeah, tourist visa means you cannot work abroad.
Correct.
Yeah, Ted, Air Canada is great because a lot of places let you transfer to Air Canada. That's why we use them a lot. But Air Alaska and United is terrible. You can't, an American, you can't transfer to those very easily. So let's see. Terry's asking if IHG points expire, and they don't if you're active. So if you have the credit card, they won't expire.
We are on a tourist visa, but it's also a digital nomad visa, and that's what we use to apply for the visa, so they know that we're doing YouTube, so it's not a problem in Thailand. But you do have to check in some places.
Yeah,
but it's not been a problem anywhere that we've been, but it is definitely not there because we used it to apply for the visa, so they know fully.
Yeah.
We're not working in the country.
To get your DTV, you send them your YouTube channel. And they look at it. So it's pretty cool. I mean, you could send them a lot of stuff. You could send them a blog or any type of online business you
consulting, if you do rental property, a lot of different things you can use. There's a lot of different, you have to look it up because it's different from each embassy. So you'll have to look it up and see what the specifications are.
Oh, Terry booked the Centric in Murano.
Oh, bathroom downstairs? No, that's definitely a bad one. Can you imagine going to the bathroom in the middle of the night trying to maneuver stairs? That doesn't sound very fun. That's a bummer. Yeah, that's a bummer.
I can't do it. Let's see. I just this all skipped ahead on me. So
It keeps jumping, doesn't it?
wait, is Gen X Quench in here? Are they not? People are talking about Gen. Oh, they are here. There they are.
Oh,
Somewhere. Yeah. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations
on your
You
monetization.
might have missed it earlier.
Yeah. Congratulations. That's amazing. We loved how casually you put it in the community.
Yeah. I was like, did you see this? They
I was
just
like,
casually said this. They
I was like,
just
we
slipped
need-
it in there.
We need to make a big deal out about this because, you know, monetization, we talk about it on here like everybody gets monetized, and a lot of people are getting monetized in our community. But actually, if you look up the stats, 0.25% of people that try YouTube get monetized. So that's 1 out of 400 get monetized. Now, like, of the people doing this, it's way higher. Like, feels like everybody's getting monetized. But in the general public, it's very, very, very low because they all do the wrong things and they get frustrated and then they quit and they don't get monetized. So when someone gets monetized, it is very worth celebrating because it's the first step to a life-changing possibility. It's really an amazing thing. So congratulations to Gen X Quench, and I hope we didn't miss anybody else that got monetized this week. So
Yeah. Oh, that's a good tip from Julie. Sometimes if you have the VPN on, you don't get the IHG offer. So if you have one on, maybe take that off. I didn't think about that.
Interesting.
Good idea.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah. Whenever something doesn't work, you have to take that VPN.
We're like, just take the VPN off.
on or off.
We're constantly turning it on, turning it off.
Rush Clan was asking, is it a small amount of money YouTube pays you at first just to make you motivated? No, it doesn't work like that. It's based on the views you get. So if you have a big video the very first month, I mean, you could make thousands of dollars the very first month. You could make 5,000, 10,000.
You have to meet the minimum requirements of certain 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers is the minimum. Once you get those, then you can join their YouTube Partners program, which means when they show ads on your videos, then you start getting paid if you're in the YouTube Partners program. Sometimes they'll show them on people's videos that are not monetized and you don't get money for that. But if you're in the YouTube Partners program monetized, then you do get paid. You get that money then instead of it just going right back to YouTube.
Yeah, so if you had like a video get 1 million views, like your first month you were monetized, let's say you got monetized and you put a video up, it got 1 million views, you get paid a lot of money. Because I can say how much it is because we have a video so you can go look at it, but there's a video on this channel saying, so we have a video on our other channel, we have a video on this channel I think that got 1 million, and I think we have a video on our other channel that got 2 million, and on that 2 million video, I think we got paid $30,000 for that video. So it is not a small amount of money if you have a big video. I would say that's substantial. Now it's not easy to get a 2 million view video, but there's a lot of people that do. A lot of people that do. People even in the community that have done it. So let's see. Wayne is in Da Nang right now. Love it. Any suggestions? Oh, I have a suggestion for you, Wayne. If you like pizza,
I knew you were going to say
go to, or order from, you can order on Grab, go to Motor City Pizza. It's amazing pizza. It really is. Really high quality. Motor City Pizza. I would go there every other night, probably.
Yeah, Born to Wander Asia has some suggestions for you as well, Wayne.
Oh, where's some suggestions?
Right here.
Okay. Wait, there's a massage place that serves I don't even know.
Kombucha.
I don't even know what that is. They do massage and food.
If Alexa's still in here, I'm sure she's going, "Oh, Dad," because he doesn't know what kombucha is.
What is it?
It's a beverage.
It's not water, so I don't know what it is.
It is not water.
Trying to get healthy.
So funny.
On this, you know, like, so they're serving food and massage. So it's kind of like the old viral video from like 10 years ago. Anybody ever see the Jones barbecue and foot massage? That was classic. Many, many years ago.
Terry, no, there is not a visa that covers you through airports. It just depends on which airport you're going through, what that country's, requirements are. So you have to check, and don't just check 6 months before you go and then never look again. Look before you go, because oftentimes countries change their visa requirements and their transfer visa requirements. So that's a constantly changing thing, so you have to always be checking them.
Permaculture Mom wants to know, does it vary the amounts being paid on YouTube? Yes, it does. It varies for a lot of reasons. So you don't get paid by subscriber or anything like that, or how long you've been on. You get paid by the views, the view count of your videos, but it does vary by niche, by subject matter. So some subject matters, some topics, you get paid a lot more than other topics. And that is what we break down for you in the course, which ones are better than others, so that you can make the most money. Because if you have a successful YouTube channel, but it's on the wrong topics, you will only make like 10% of what you could have on the other one. So it does matter quite a bit what you're doing your videos on, and a lot of other factors. So we do. It's very in-depth, but we break that all down for you in the YouTube course. When you travel by train overseas, do you find the experience better?
I don't know if better in certain ways, yes, but not better overall. I actually just did a video that will go up on the Grounded Life Travel regular channel in a couple of weeks, talking about that and just comparing kind of Amtrak US travel as a whole to the experience overseas. And it just, there's still some things that you get with Amtrak that you don't get in a lot of overseas trains, but if you just kind of judge it on a couple of things, sometimes yes, it just depends on the country.
How much do movies cost in Vietnam? How much did we pay?
Movies, I think we paid, we did upgraded seats. I think it was $9 USD.
Oh yeah, you bought those sweetheart seats.
I didn't know they were called sweet box. It was called
a sweet box.
It was called the sweet box, and it was literally like a wooden box, but it had this nice cushiony bench and pillows on it. And I was like, what the heck? I just wanted the back row. I didn't know some big, lover's lane or something back there.
It was.
What did we go see? The new Mission Impossible movie. It was in Da Nang. We went to go see the new Mission Impossible.
So it was us and a bunch of teenagers up there.
It was us and some Vietnamese kids.
Yeah.
In the middle of the afternoon.
Now they did serve me a strawberry smoothie at one of the massages we
That's
went
right,
to.
they did.
So that was good. I enjoyed that very much. Foot massage, ribs, and your laundry folded for the low price of $4.99.
That's right. Yes.
That's right. It better be 499 baht, not $499.
No, $4.99, like $4.99.
$4.99. That would be a good deal.
I think
too.
that's the deal. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Yeah, Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Bridget, hello from the Motor City. All right, yeah, that's good.
We thought it was a cleanse.
What is the highest points you would do with IHG? Do you mean to buy them or to redeem them? What's the most we've ever spent? Points. I think it's coming up in South Korea.
I think in South Korea, maybe.
40,
but it is well worth it.
40-something thousand.
We're beginning, actually, our anniversary is coming up at the beginning of August, our 30th anniversary. And we're starting our celebration when we leave here, Vietnam, and move on to Korea. We're starting our celebration there. So we thought we'd treat ourselves to a nice place and start out our year of yes with a really nice place in Korea.
Yeah. HA Dreams, no, you don't need to have a visa for just an airport layover normally. If you leave the airport, you would need one, but not if you're just staying in the transit area. Let's see. People are encouraging Ted to pull the plug.
Do it.
I think.
Whatever they're saying, I think I agree.
Do it,
with
Ted.
them.
Come on over to Thailand.
Come on over to the happy side.
Let's see. Best cities for those with mobility challenges, like Da Nang. What do you think?
Best cities like Da Nang?
Like Da Nang, yeah.
I think Bangkok would be a good place. Because they do have like the elevators that take you up to the SkyTrain, or the elevators that take you down to the MRT. I think that would be a good one. It's not a beach town, but it's definitely a nice place.
Peter's asking if we're staying in high-rise hotels. We're back to high-rises, but probably not in Bangkok.
Probably not in places where there could be earthquakes moving forward.
So we're in one right now, but we're in Vietnam. Ted, we do have some couches.
We do have a couch.
We have some really nice Airbnbs in Thailand. We might actually have 2 bedrooms in one of them. Wait, is Alexa still here? I don't know if she heard that.
Oh, no, she's coming to Japan soon.
Alexa's coming to Japan, and then she's coming to...
She's going to be on the Rome cruise,
the
YouTube
cruise. Yeah. I'll go over that real quick. We do have a lot of group trips. If you're in the communities, link to the communities and courses. If you're in the course, you get access to the community, and the trips are for the community. I need to explain that. So there's a YouTube cruise for the YouTube community in May. It's going to Rome. You can still get on that. There's the Iceland and Norway cruise. The May one, May of 2026 from Rome. Iceland and Norway is June 2026 from London. Those are both going to be amazing. There is also an Antarctica cruise in November 2026 from Argentina. So all of those we are so looking forward to. In fact, I am going to probably buy a lens for my camera when we get to Japan. I'm trying to decide between a lens or a whole nother camera. So
this is the first I'm hearing of this.
No, it's that little camera.
Oh, the little one. Okay, that one I know about.
Yeah. I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos on cameras. Oh,
no, Vietnam or Thailand has not changed their rules. There's just a lot of people saying things, but nothing has changed yet. They're thinking about it, but nothing has happened. You just have to always go to the source as opposed to what people are saying online. Why don't I go to the Dominican Republic? I've been many, many times.
We were there last year.
I've been many, many times. I still have family there.
Denicia is saying she's getting very comfortable on camera now. That is good. That's awesome. And it's true. You do get more comfortable.
Yeah, and you can see that too in your videos. I've seen a few of your videos, and you can tell it does make a difference once you start to get comfortable with it and just be like, I'm just talking to my friend. I'm not looking at this thing, and you kind of get past that part. And you can tell, like you're more relaxed rather than like, robotic. Absolutely.
Yeah. Rush Clan, the rate for the Iceland-Norway cruise is unbelievable. I haven't checked what the public rate is, but when we first came out with it, the rate was like $700 or $800 per person lower than the public rate for pretty much all categories. It's a really good deal for the cruise, for the 14-night cruise, which is evidenced by the fact that I didn't mention on the Iceland-Norway cruise, there's 74 of us on that cruise already. So that's going to be wild and just amazing. And I think David Harrell's on here. Yeah, I was talking to David last night about that, and we were saying that there's a big difference in community once you attend a trip. because now you know people, and it's going to open up all kinds of doors to do meetups with them, to just, once you go on one trip, you will have so many friends that you can just take, you know, do things with and communicate with and interact with. So it's totally worth going on one of those cruises, because you're just going to meet so many people. Yeah, there's 74 people on the Iceland cruise. I think there's 46 on the Rome cruise, something like that. Why is Alexa texting us?
I don't know. She's
She's in the chat.
She's doing her Wordle. Alexa and I I have things that I do with each child, basically, that we text about. I text with my kids pretty much every day. They text me something because we do something together. And Alexa and I, our thing is we do Wordle and connections, and we text each other our results every single day. Even if we text nothing else, you'll see that. Even if we're like super busy or it's a travel day or whatever, that's always what we do. So it's kind of funny. I could see your results, Alexa.
Yeah. That's why I had like a weird look on my face. I was like,
Rob was like, what the heck is she sending her? It's because it sends the little blank boxes, so you're not giving away the answers.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's good. She Roams Free has a great producer.
I bet Philly is back there directing,
producing.
Because he's actually really good on camera too.
Yeah. Do you put his name in the credits as the producer? That's funny. Most places we go are camera friendly, I would say. Mm-hmm. Pretty much never do we get told that.
We're also not really people who shove cameras in people's faces. When I'm doing stuff, I try not to film people's faces because I don't know what they're doing. They might not be interested, whatever. I mean, I would like it if somebody I didn't know from some random country shoved a camera in my face. So I try not to film people. Like, if you ever watch like my cruise videos, I try to film when there's no people around, or if there's people around, then I move the camera down so you can't see their faces. I try to get as few children as possible because I don't like to film children at all. Sometimes it's unavoidable, but try to do as little of that as possible. Nobody really has ever told me not to record them. Never really had a problem anywhere.
Yeah, there are a lot of amusement parks in Asia. So the one we have to go back to, it's going to happen in Hong Kong. Hong Kong Disney. Allie's greatest regret. Tell them what you did.
Oh, you guys. So I decided Hong Kong was actually the very first country in Asia that we visited when we started our overseas portion of our, full-time travel. And we absolutely fell in love with it. We booked way too little time there. We were disgusted that we were only there for a week. Went to Hong Kong Disney, wanted to do that so badly because I grew up in Florida. I'm a Disney kid. And we went to it. It was amazing. But I wasn't doing YouTube then. And so I took lots of pictures and little video clips and stuff with my phone, which was a really crummy old iPhone, obviously, way back whenever ago. And I wanted to do a video on it. So I thought to myself, why don't I use the pictures and vertical videos that I took with my phone? And it's probably our biggest joke right now. You can go see the video on Grounded Life Travel if you want to get a good chuckle, if you want to feel better about yourself and, doing better on your YouTube. Go look at that old video on Grounded Life Travel and you'll get a real chuckle out of it. So yeah. Yes, we have been to the Tokyo one. We're actually going back when Alexa comes to visit us. We've also been to Disney Sea too. And also to Universal Studios Japan.
Yeah, we pretty much go to all of them when we get the chance. We've been to...
But yeah, we're going back to Tokyo Disneyland.
What was the one in Osaka?
Sure. The Universal Studios.
Oh yeah, Universal Studios.
We stayed at the hotel right across the street from it. It was so great. It was so fun. It was like a Minions themed hotel.
Robert's asking, what plans do you have for South Korea?
South Korea, we haven't made plans yet. We'll be making those plans next week. I downloaded apps. That is one thing we are definitely going to do. We're going to go see a baseball game for sure. I started downloading I downloaded all the apps I think I need for Korea and was getting those actually set up today, but haven't looked into what we're doing yet. I have a few ideas, but we haven't really set a schedule. We're loosey-goosey.
Rush Clan is saying they're still, and Permaculture Mom, both trying to decide what to do on YouTube. So I would give you this advice. Before you spend too much time thinking about it, if you're going to take the course, don't worry about what you're going to do till you've taken it, because the first 2 chapters will help you decide what you should be doing it on, because that's basically what makes or breaks you right there. If you pick the wrong thing, you're never going to make it, and even if you did, you're not going to make any money. Pick the right thing, it's going to be much easier, and you're going to make a lot more money once you get there. So you don't want to pre-decide that before you take the course, because then you're just going to have to change it unless you just happen to pick the right thing. So I would say you don't need to know what you're going to do before you get into that material, because you want to go into it with an open mind.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. And then also this last week, you made a post in the YouTube community about kind of honing in, because people tend to do broader things. And like you said, in the course, if you're really paying attention, we talk about, what you really need to do, how to focus, how to pick your niche, what really is a niche, what's really not a niche. And you just really have to focus on that.
Yeah. Filling the Brain says complete the course before you start. That is good advice too.
Wise words from Philly.
You can get through it. It's not going to take you all year to get through it.
No.
So. Let's see.
In order to get the South Dakota driver's license, you have to have an address there. You can't get a license if you don't have an address there.
Yeah, wait.
Same thing with any state, really.
Whoa, just dropped my mouse. Yes, Rush Clan, wait until after you take the course to make any decisions, because it'll change your mind on what you're going to do.
Yeah.
It should change your mind unless
it should. That's true also, David, taking notes. And I know Linnell has taken the course at least 3 times that I know of. Yeah. And if you know Linnell from Poverty to Paradise, she's doing quite well. She goes back and gets more morsels. And actually recently, a few months ago, we added 9 new modules to the YouTube course and updated one of them. And one of the updated ones was the editing one. I did a new editing video for you guys as well.
Yep. Was someone asking about the ages of the people? I think David answered it pretty well.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So good age. Although we have a few younger, too.
Yeah, we do have, there are some younger people. There's some people in their 40s. There's a couple people in the 30s. Most people are in their 50s or 60s, I would say. There's some in their 70s. I think there's a couple in their 80s, too, that we had in Da Nang. So we had the whole gamut. And everybody's welcome. It's like it's pretty cool because you don't really even notice age difference. I mean, it's just everybody's like-minded, so the age doesn't really matter. Everybody's there because they're either doing or wanting to do the same thing.
We're all kind of going towards the same thing, which is, I think, what makes it so easy to become friends with people. This week we had dinner with some friends that we met in the Da Nang meetup. Hi, Sean and Bertina. Sean and Tina, we had dinner with them the other night.
Are they in here?
They're not in here, but I'm saying hi because I bet you they'll watch this after.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm saying hi for when they watch this later.
It's late here.
No, it's late. But we had dinner with them and it was so fun, and we didn't realize that we had been sitting in this restaurant for like 3.5 hours. Finally, we were like, after everybody got up multiple times to go to the bathroom, we're like, what time is it? We're like, oh my gosh, we've been in here for a long time.
Shell is asking, can you watch the course as many times as you want? Yes, you can. You can watch it as many times as you want. And there's no ongoing fees. That's the way that most people are doing things these days. And we just decided we didn't want to do that because it doesn't make any sense to pay for a course and then pay again the next year. That doesn't make sense to me, so we're just not going to do that.
And you do get all of the any updates that we make, like the ones we just made, nobody had to pay extra for that. That just goes in there. That's just free.
Yeah. In fact, when we originally launched the YouTube course, there was no community. For the first few months, we just added that after we had launched the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community because we thought, oh, this is a good idea. Mm-hmm. And so then we just launched the YouTube community, which has been cool because we're doing all kinds of challenges. That's what I was supposed to announce. So we did put up a post in the YouTube community telling people to say how they did on the Double Your Income Challenge. A lot of amazing messages in there. Go check it out if you haven't. People that did really well. And so that is over officially. And next Sunday, we're starting the Affiliate Week Challenge where we're going to have people getting affiliate income, help you get affiliate income. We're going to teach you what we do. We're going to give you links. Anyone that wants one, I'm going to give them an affiliate link to our courses. So it's going to be Affiliate Central next week. So get in there. There's a lot of people making a lot of money on affiliate links. So don't sleep on those.
Charles, thank you for enjoying our content and Rob's investment channel too.
Oh, thank you, Charles. Yeah.
He had to take a little break because he was so sick for a little bit. So we've been catching up on all this stuff. He'll be putting some more videos out soon too.
Yeah. I'm hoping to make a video this week. I'm also thinking about doing that live stream. What I wondered was if anybody is interested in a live stream, I would love to know what time you would like to do it. I mean, it's just a little difficult. Like this is a good time for us because, a lot of the time we're asleep when you're awake. So, so yeah. Okay, I see Philly was answering some questions. Thank you, Philly. Always good. People here are so quick to answer before I.
You guys are helping us out.
Before I get. We have never considered getting a passport from another country. Mostly because ours works fine. I mean, we've never
had a problem with it.
Yeah, so. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why we would get one from another country. I mean, there's probably benefits, but I don't think it would outweigh the hassle for us.
The ones we can get them for would not be helpful to us in our current life and where we like to go.
Yeah. Let's see. HJ Dreams asking, have you ever, what is that? Buying a...
No, we're not looking to buy really anything overseas.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, it is tricky, self-coaching for skeptics. You really have to be, it is good that it's something that you're passionate about, but definitely, you got to be really able to be flexible too. Yeah.
Monetizable, that might be a word. I don't know. Does anybody know if that's a word?
Monetizable?
Monetizable. We'll use it.
You could use that word.
We're going to use it.
I think it's a word.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's use it. Monetizable.
Travel Slow with Ben and Joe.
Ben and Joe.
Missed I'll do a quick recap. We did it real early today.
Oh.
we talked about Alaska Airlines miles, which are on sale, and Wyndham points, which are on sale. Those are the ones that we bought.
Links in the description.
And they were awesome for us. Yeah.
When we resume our secret agent work, yes, then we'll
that
do
is
another
true.
One.
That is true.
We used to joke in the beginning all the time because when we first started traveling, The eSIMs weren't as easy to get like they are now. And so inside the pouch that I carry our passports in, I also had SIMs for different countries. And then I would just swap, like physical SIMs, and I would swap them out into our phones. And then I would, we only had one slot in our old phones and all that kind of stuff way back in the day. And I would tell Rob all the time, because I'd have like cash too in there from different countries. I'm like, feel like with Jason Bourne and we're like on the run with all these SIM cards and no extra passports. We had a bunch of SIM cards and money from all over.
Yeah. Yeah, we aren't. We're sticking with the one passport for now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pleasure tripping says monetizable sounds like something you need to get vaccinated for. That's pretty funny.
Did you get your monetizable A vaccine today? Excuse me.
That's funny. Yeah, so recapping, we did book business class flight from, where did I say, Tokyo to Hanoi. 25,000 points. Now, there is also a contest/challenge going on if you're in the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community, where we're going to compete to see who can get the best deal on points. Best trip you put together on points. That's going to be going now through November 30th. Check that out if you haven't. We're excited to see what some of you guys come up with. We're making our plans, but you can beat us. Philly wants a monetized shot that you can just get monetized.
He'd be first in line. Sign me up.
After you get that shot, you just
really
start
funny.
pumping out lots of videos.
Ron says he heard a story of someone going into an Apple store and putting their channel on all the phones. Oh gosh. I bet the people who work there were like, ah.
Wow. What do you use for phone calls to hotels or local businesses if they don't have a WhatsApp?
I don't ever have to call them.
Would you use Tello?
I could, because there's an international part of it that I could use a certain amount, but
They always have WhatsApp or Line.
mm-hmm.
They mostly have Line.
I use either WhatsApp or Line. Some businesses have both, but they always have at least one of those.
Yeah.
Self-coaching for skeptics said she's going to create an affiliate league for monetizable. I like how you put the trademark. That's funny because sometimes my son does that. He'll be texting me something and for a long time he would make playlists for me. He and I are like really into music, and he would make certain playlists for me and just kind of surprise me with them. Well, then once I started traveling, he'd do the same thing, and then he'd send them to me, but then he'd name them like something really funny, and then he'd put TM, trademark, at the back of it so that it was like trademark name to his playlist that he made me. So that made me think about him. That's really funny.
What are the best countries for non-smokers? That's an interesting question. Probably the United
Good
States.
question. Probably the U.S.
Yeah, I don't think we've been to a country that there's less smoking than the U.S.
U.S. probably is the least amount of smoking. Pretty much everywhere is a lot of smoking.
Rush Clan asked, did Poverty to Paradise stay with her cell phone camera? Maybe so.
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. And actually, when she was here in Vietnam, during the meetup is when she bought her new camera too. She just got a new one. She bought it here in Vietnam. I think because she saw the one I was using, and or others maybe too, and was like, hey, I really like that camera, and decided to get it, and she did.
Yeah.
A little investment into her channel, well worth it.
The Philly in the Brain says first 4 videos and his channel was shot on an iPhone 11.
Oh wow, iPhone 11.
We started with a iPhone.
I did.
and a really
It was
bad
probably
computer.
I think it was like an iPhone 8 maybe.
Yeah, it was really bad. Prices are better in Asia, but not why you'd think. It's not so much that, it's the exchange rate.
Mm-hmm.
So the exchange rate is what matters. It's the price of the dollar, which
Mm-hmm.
has been going down. But interestingly, it's not really going down compared to Asia. It's mostly going down compared to Europe. So prices in Asia are still pretty good. So like if you go to Japan, which we are going to, and you want to buy a camera, which I do, and cameras are basically made in Japan, and so Nikon, Fuji, they're all made in Japan. So those are initially priced in Japanese yen, and then they make up a price for the US and Europe, because it's whatever they think is equivalent, or whatever they want to put, whatever. So the thing is when you go to Japan to buy the camera, you're paying in yen, and if the dollar is strong versus the yen, which it currently has been for the last couple of years, you're going to get a way better price than you would get at home. So you do get better prices.
Even when the US dollar loses its value, it's still better.
Yeah.
So you still get
still
favorable
better.
exchanges.
So
it really doesn't affect us here really at all.
Yeah, we haven't noticed anything, but we're still going to buy cameras in Japan because it's still cheaper than the US.
I see, Ron, you had the same problem that Rob had in Turkey. The excessive smoking. There was no way away from that.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
So much smoking.
Yeah, I can give you some good places, Ron. It's really not bad. I mean, there's a couple countries you need to avoid, but
yeah,
it's really not bad.
Well, and like a lot of countries are making changes. Japan is one that made a huge change. They really cleaned up the streets and they moved them into these little like cubbies. It's kind of like covered bus stop things that they have out on the streets in Tokyo. They've really done a great job because it used to be just rampant, and so there's a lot of shifts going that way. I actually heard also that recently, I know this is going to be shocking everybody, but France just said that they're going to make it illegal to smoke near places where kids are, near schools, near parks, near all different types of places. So, there is some shift even in European countries that are going to be leaning towards that. So I think that's going to be really good.
Yeah, the thing in Japan, excuse me, the thing in Japan with all these rules is it matters. Okay, they have the rule, but do they follow the rule? So in Japan, they follow the rules. So like if they're not allowed to smoke on the street in Japan, they have to stand in like a little box. Like they'll literally all cram into the box to smoke. It's just like a plume of smoke coming up from the box. Nowhere else is anyone smoking. In a lot of countries, like if they had the rule, they wouldn't follow the rule. Japan, they definitely follow the rule. So Japan's pretty good because as long as you know where that is, you can avoid it. So it's not a problem at all.
Not for Ben. All you have to do is just turn your phone. I'm currently on my iPhone, and as you can see, it's horizontal. Just turn your phone, and the video will take the way that you're holding your phone. You can hold it this way or this way. For vertical, if you just turn it, it will record horizontal for you, no problem. For YouTube.
Born to Wander just bought a laptop in Thailand, and the price was comparable to the US. Yeah, we bought both our laptops.
Both of ours.
What I did notice where we bought them, I don't think it's true everywhere, but where we bought them, they included the like the damage protection plan in the price.
The international damage protection plan, so it covers it everywhere.
They tend to do that, so
which was really nice.
That's pretty good.
And they threw in a bunch of stuff: a backpack, a mouse pad, mouse, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, Ted. Ooh, big camera. I'm gonna go there. Big camera, Yodobashi, in Japan.
And he also goes to Map Camera, which is more like for photographers.
Map
Camera is where he bought his camera last year or the year before.
MAP Camera.
Yeah. We are frequenters. As a matter of fact, I can sing the big camera song in my head.
Yeah, they do follow the rules in Singapore too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah, they do have a lot of respect in Japan. It's great. I love Japan. Can't wait to get back. They went to the Asus store, Born to Wander. Yeah.
That's where we went. That's where we got ours, both of ours. Yeah, they were really nice.
I'm gonna go back there.
Yeah, they
Maybe
were great.
Look at another computer.
She took our recommendation. Good job. I didn't finish reading your comment. Sorry.
Now you're making me miss that mall.
Central World. That's probably our favorite.
You went to the one in Central World Mall, right?
I'm assuming, yeah. I think that's the only one that has the actual Asus store in it. Yeah.
If you haven't been to the malls in Bangkok, you don't know. You just don't know what you're missing. Yep. I'm almost getting like homesick now for that.
I know, when I see my friends posting stuff in Thailand, I'm like, no, don't do fun stuff while I'm not there. I'm just kidding. But I do miss it because it really is like home to us. So I feel like I'm missing home.
Yeah, we're not mall people either. Like, we never go to the mall in the U.S. Like, I wouldn't go to the mall for anything.
I don't remember when the last time was I went to a mall in the U.S. It's probably 20 years ago.
I can't stay out of them, though, in Bangkok. It's like, wow.
Well, the thing is, you have your grocery stores, entertainment. It's a great place to get your steps in if you don't want to be burning hot. You can go ice skating, of course, the movies, all kinds, ridiculous amount of restaurants. There's really a lot to do there, and you don't even, that's before you even go to any other stores, which we don't frequent.
Bert is starting travels in September. Oh, good.
Yay.
Yeah, planning to buy gear and
get your list ready.
Yeah, you definitely want to focus on Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, and Tokyo. That's the best places.
Those will be your best bet.
But don't get a computer in Tokyo. Just get cameras there. Thank you, JRX. They just found our channel. Thank you. Philly lived in the mall in the 80s.
I mean, I think we all did in the 80s.
I did not.
By the time the 2000s were, you were too cool.
No. There was extenuating circumstances at the mall near my house. The mall that I grew up, the closest mall that I grew up next to was in Flint. So,
if you know that, then you know.
I'll leave it at that. But what's funny is, you talk about growing up at the mall, you'll go to the mall here in Asia, and all the malls, a lot of them, not so much in Bangkok, but the ones in Vietnam and other parts of Thailand, they have like areas set up for the kids, like with big mirrors and like big like rooms where they do like selfies, and like they'll all set their phones up, and you'll go there, and like after school there'll be like 40 schoolgirls,
gobs of schoolgirls in their cute little uniforms,
just like doing dances and filming each other. And
they have like these mirrors that you can practice in front of, and then they have all kinds of stuff. It's so cute.
Yeah. It is.
I tried to talk Rob into going to one with me, but he refuses to do a TikTok dance.
I wonder what they would think if we walked in there and be like, "Hey, we're gonna do this with you."
You guys lost.
They would either like kick us out or want us to be in their video, one or the other. Yeah, we have Jennifer. We have a Pocket Osmo 3. We have a GoPro too, but also
we don't really use it. Bert lived at the arcade in the 80s. Yeah. So he says, skate or die, dude. Exactly. Exactly.
Rana Girl's talking about the West Edmonton Mall. Now that is a great mall.
That is a really nice mall.
That is.
We went there on Boxing Day, as a matter of fact, didn't we?
Did.
Alexa, you and Alexa and I went on Boxing Day. That is a nice mall. But I'm not going to lie to you, Brown Girl. I don't want to break your heart, but it is absolutely nothing compared to what we've got in Asia, especially in Bangkok.
Yeah, I think West Edmonton is the first or second best mall in North America.
Yep. It is very nice.
I don't think it's as good as Icon Siam in Bangkok, but it's good. But there's some pretty good malls over here. Let's see. I've never been to the mall in Jersey.
Genesee Valley Mall.
Genesee, wait, where's that?
Right, I just missed it. It just moved. Oh, right here. Born to Wander Asia says.
Yeah.
Chris said Genesee Valley Mall.
Yeah, Genesee Valley Mall. That's the one. That was my mall. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate that.
Ooh, I like this idea. Yes, I will be picking a dessert shop. I kind of have been thinking about dessert. Ooh, sushi sounds good though. Maybe I bet you with $50 we could certainly get sushi and get a dessert. I think that's what we're gonna do. Although I'll be the only one eating the sushi. So thank you, Ted.
Has anyone else been to the Genesee Valley Mall? Because it's really good.
It's a happening place.
In the 80s, it was the place to hang out. What's funny, I don't know if my mom's watching this, but maybe she'll be watching it tomorrow.
She'll probably watch it tomorrow.
So, one time, we were like, we're going to go to the mall. And my mom was like, you're not going to the mall without me. And I was like, what are you gonna do? If they're gonna get us, they're gonna get all of us.
They're gonna target us because of you.
I was like, you stay home. Now at least you'll make it. I was like, it's not. We're no defense for what's happening at the Genesee Valley Mall. So, anyway.
She roams free. I do have a nail shop that I frequent. The hard part is that I don't actually know the name of it, but I could tell you where it is. If you ask me in the community, I'll send you a pin and answer it with a pin for you, because they are the absolute best. They spoil me rotten. For my birthday last year, they made me a little keychain thingy to hook onto my phone. You know how they have those little things that you put around your wrist for your phone? They made one of those for me for my birthday last year. They were so cute, and they always get to... I let them pick out my nail color because I only do my toes. I only put color on my toes, obviously not on my hands. And they would always pick them out for me, which was really cute. They're adorable. So ask me in the community, and Denisha and I will, I'll send you the pin in there.
Ted, I've been thinking about this dessert shop. Yeah, that definitely needs to happen this week. Because
I think I saw some places in Seoul that have really good desserts.
Yeah.
Although we're gonna use this week.
Yeah, definitely.
And we all know Japan has good desserts.
Born to Wander says Chris grew up in Flushing, Michigan.
Oh.
Yeah, that's even closer than I was. We played Flushing in sports. In basketball, we played Flushing. I think we played them in hockey. I think I played him in baseball too. You can tell him I went to Fenton. I said that with a Michigan accent. Fenton. 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 Yeah, Flushing. I do remember playing Flushing, and there were some schools who play, and they were so annoying to play. Flushing was not one of them, though. For some reason, people from Flushing were always nice. So... that's interesting.
Who gets the final word? Oh, on where we go? We pretty much agree on just about anything. I mean, we just kind of go with the flow. We're like, oh, do you want to go to such and such? Sure, let's try to work that into the schedule, and then we try to figure out where it works in. I don't think either of us has mentioned a place that the other's like, not going there. I think we both know. I mean, we've been together for 33 years. So I think we both know what the other one may or may not like. So I don't think we've never nixed anything.
Yeah, we know what we don't like, so it doesn't come up that often. Robert, the 20% Hyatt points could be a good deal, but it could not be a good deal. So you have to just basically look at I wouldn't buy it just speculatively. If you have an actual thing you're gonna book and you need points, then you could buy that. Because like some of their hotels, it's all over the map. Like some of them, it might be, like for instance, I saw in Rome, the hotel is like 500 euros a night for the Hyatt Regency, or it's 18,000 points. So 18,000 points, if the points are like 2 cents a point, is only $360 a night. So in that case, you would want to buy the points. But it's not always that way. So like with IHG, it's pretty much always cheaper to use points because you're getting the fourth night free if you're American and you have the credit card. Well, not if you're American, but if you have the credit card.
If you have the credit card.
But only Americans can get
if you have
credit.
access to a U.S. credit card. A few Canadians do.
A few Canadians can get it. But, so you just have to do the math with Hyatt. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So, thank you. Stay hard, brother. My wife and I are 35 and have 300,000. Can we retire on that? I would love to live on a cruise, but we're scared. Yeah, our very last video was on
exactly that.
300,000. You can do it on 300,000, but you will need to make that last long term. You'll either need to have a backup plan or basically be in countries that are cheap. Like you need to be in basically Vietnam and Thailand and Indonesia. You couldn't be like roaming around Europe on that.
Right.
So cruising would also be, cruising used to be more doable. It's gone up. But Linnell does have, check out Poverty to Paradise.
Yeah, Poverty to Paradise.
She is doing that, and I think she's doing it pretty economically. So
if I remember correct, I think she does hers on $2,500 or less a month.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yep. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do not have good language skills for Japan. I can say hello and thank you. But we just found that
you get by on very minimal, but they're very kind to you for even trying. I think that's the main thing. That's why I like to at least learn a few things, even if, they'll speak to you in English. It's nice to at least say a few things because I think people do appreciate it, that you at least made the effort to try to learn some things.
Yep. Okay. It is getting late here, so we will be here next week, but from a new hotel.
That's right.
We're changing hotels. So we'll be here from a new hotel. Same time, same place. Remember, there is a new challenge in the Retirement Travel Jumpstart community. The points we mentioned, if you didn't see that, was we bought Alaska and Wyndham points this week. And we're starting affiliate week in the YouTube course next Sunday, a week from today. So I'm going to film that video this week and then put it up in the course later this week. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We're going to get some sleep.
That's right. And then we have to pack up and move.
Pack up, find a place for dessert.
That's right. Find some sushi too.
Yeah.
Because now Ted's making me want some sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you. Don't forget the links are in the description for the points if you're thinking about trying to get Wyndham or Alaska, yes, or any of the other ones. Everything's down there. We'll see you guys next week. Have a super day, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.